speak against him. So you know what they'd have did if they'd have grabbed hold to him like they did Christ. Because Yah, when he said something, he means it. When he said, touch my anointed and do my prophets no harm, he meant that. That's the reason he closed the mouth of the lion when Daniel was in the lion's den. That's the reason he didn't allow the fire to touch Daniel's three companions, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, whose name was changed to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yah closed the fire and closed the mouth of the lion because these was his anointed. And he said, you see how personal this man is with me. Why would you speak against him?
And the anger of Yahweh,
and he was upset,
was kindled against them, and he departed.
And he departed. And when he left, you know what he did? He cursed Miriam. And what did he happen when he cursed her?
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
She turned white. So you know she had to be black in order to turn white. If she was already white, the Almighty would have cursed and turned her white. This was a sign of his indignation. This was a sign of sin. And he cursed and she became white as snow.
And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
Let her not be as one who is dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb.
And Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, heal her now, O Elohim.
In other words, I just wanted you to see how intimate a relationship that Moses or Moshe had with Yahweh. What type of person he was. And how close Yah guarded him. He didn't even allow people to speak to him. People spoke against him and had their whole family just swaddled up by the earth. Hole just opened up and swallowed up all the people that spoke against him. That's the type of man we were dealing with. And when he died, notice what Yah said about Moses in the book of Deuteronomy, the 34th chapter, the 10th verse. He said in the book of Deuteronomy 34 and 10,
and there arose not a prophet since in Israel.
Hello, now Christ is known as a prophet. And the Creator said, there arose not a prophet in Israel like unto Moses, whom Yahweh knew face to face. Now I dare anyone to call me up and even show me one place where Yahweh ever spoke to Christ at all. Show me one time when he came to his defense. One time when he punished people for speaking against him. And you're going to say he died for your sin. Well, as great as Moses was, guess what? Moses thought that he was so great, since he knew of the beautiful and wonderful and marvelous relationship that he has with the Most High, that Moses thought he could die for the sins of the people. He thought he was that man. And look what Yahweh told Moses when he tried to die for the sins of Israel. We find in the book of Exodus, the 32nd chapter. I believe I want to go around the 30th verse. We're going to start there.
And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, ye have sinned a great sin.
Ye have sinned. In other words, what is the great sin? There was one sin called the great sin. And I need y'all to pay attention to what the great sin is, because my Muslim brothers and sisters are committing this sin every day. All of my Christian brothers and sisters and relatives and friends and acquaintances are making and committing this great sin this very day. The sin is called the great sin, the horrible sin, The sin that's known as an abomination is the worship of anyone or anything other than Yahweh. Anything. And notice what happened.
And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, Ye have sinned a great sin, and now I will go up unto Yahweh. Peradventure, I shall make an atonement for your sin.
In other words, he thought he could step in and make an atonement for the sins of the children of Israel.
And Moses returned unto Yahweh and said, Oh, this people have sinned a great sin, and have made them gods of gold. Yet now, if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book which thou hast written.
In other words, Moses said unto Yahweh, forgive the sins of your people Israel. And if you don't forgive them for my sake, then blot me out. Let me die. Not only let me die, not only take me away, not only ostracize me, but blot me out of the book of life. Erase my name. And look what Yahweh said to him. And I want you all to take note of this. For the scripture said, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get ye wisdom, but with all you're getting, get understanding. Notice what Yahweh said to Moses. Moses said, Yet now if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book, which thou hast written. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Whosoever hath sinned against me, him will I blot out of my book. In other words, the Almighty is confirming the law. He's very consistent that no man shall die for another man's sins. And that's consistent. And then Yah said unto Moses,
Therefore now go, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, my angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon them. He said, in my day of visitation, when I come to visit, I'm still going to visit their sin upon him. And notice what happened. He did. The next verse says, And Yahweh plagued the people, because they made the calf which Aaron made.
Hello? This is how I can serve the true and living Elohim. I know he's just. I know he's fair. I know he's equal. And I know his commandments are fair. So let's establish this through one more witness. The Creator said, let every truth be established out the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Let's see what a prophet, one of the greatest prophets that ever lived, let's see what Yahweh told that prophet, and if he has the same revelation of prophecy that was given unto Moses. If we go to the book of Ezekiel, the 18th chapter, the 20th verse says,
The soul that sinneth,
the soul that sinneth,
it shall die.
It shall die.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father.
And it repeats, the son shall not bear the iniquity of the father.
Neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
Neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked
shall be upon him. Hello? Yah is fair, he's just, and the thing